Why does it seem easier to sing in falsetto than it does in chest voice or full voice? For the intents and purposes of this video, we're going to make falsetto and head voice one and the same. They're kind of not, but let's just make it easy because I know what you mean when you ask me this question. Falsetto and head voice, together now we're undone, that register is lighter than I got this feeling and I just can't let it loose. It's lighter. What do I mean by lighter? In terms of what we call vocal weight. When we're in our chest voice register, our full voice, I'm not going to get into all the details of what exactly is chest voice and head voice, but for the sake of making this not be 30 minutes, chest voice, full voice, whatever that means to you, your vocal folds are fully coming together, what we call more medial compression. There's more resistance as the breath moves through your throat. There's more resistance. We perceive that resistance as a sense of heaviness, or the greater that resistance, the more we might feel inclined to squeeze at our throat. It can feel also like reaching a ceiling in terms of your range or volume. So the more densely, or the more we compress the glottis or the vocal folds, the more we feel that resistance. It feels heavy. When we're in head voice or falsetto, though, there's a natural phonatory gap. We're using less of the tissue. This is also why some of you have noted that while it is easier to produce a head voice or falsetto tone, it can feel much harder to control that tone. It's not my best run, but it can feel challenging to like make it do what you want it to do when you're trying to have precise control. And you all tell me this all the time. And that's because you're using less vocal fold tissue, ease, but there's also a gap where more breath is whooshing through. And that can make us feel like, it's hard to hold on to it, like we're holding on to ghost notes. But that's why. So what do we do about it? I think as a vocalist, we need to practice at a variety of resistance levels. I like to use trills, a variety of trills. A raspberry trill, or a tongue to lip trill, as it's sometimes called, a lip trill with your tongue out, helps us to do with heavy weight, really chesty, full, burly, like heavy singing. A lip trill helps us get kind of medium. A tongue trill, if you're good at it, can really help us get in touch with the lightest use of the voice. And you don't have to necessarily be in chest voice, mix of voice, or head voice for these. We just want to get to feel different degrees of pressure in our body and learn how to manage them safely. Why trills specifically? Because trills have a built-in mechanism to make sure that you don't go too far left or right. So if you push too much, that's going to happen. If you let go too much, but if you've got it going at all, you're in a state of balance, at least to some degree. Trills demand balance, and I like them, especially for when my students are like, well, Eric, when you're not around, how do I know I'm doing it right? Trills are a great way to practice on your own and still be pretty sure that you're on the right track. So I hope this helps to clarify things. Check out aapproach.com if you want to work with me directly, or check out my video courses or my Patreon or whatever. Everything's on aapproach.com. I got to go teach. Bye.